मेरी पहचान।
क्या आपका फ्लैट भूकंप से सुरक्षित है? स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियर से सलाह लें। क्या यहाँ सॉइल टेस्टिंग किया गया है? क्या घर नेशनल बिल्डिंग कोड के मुताबिक बना है? याद रहे, घर सुरक्षित तो आप सुरक्षित। आपके वित्तीय तत्पर एनडीए में।
आराम से। आधार ने सबका हक सब तक पहुंचाया, राशन का अधिकार सबको दिलाया।
लीजिए माता जी, आपकी पेंशन।
धन्यवाद।
घर की खुशियां कभी दूर खाते में आएगी। अपने कल को बेहतर बनाने के लिए आज ही अपने आधार को विभिन्न सेवाओं से जोड़ें। मेरा आधार, मेरी पहचान।
Hello guys, so we are back with Lok Sabha, hopefully hoping it functions. A bit before in the Rajya Sabha, what we saw was that the payment of gratuity bill was passed without discussion, and there is a problematic thing there. I mean, just a very technical thing, but perhaps that could have been solved, but since there was no discussion there, then it did not happen. What the payment of gratuity bill basically does is it is about gratuity provisions and making them better, which is good, but there is another clause which is about maternity benefits. So earlier, I think last year, there was a bill passed called Maternity Benefits Act Amendment Bill, which let the which made it compulsory for employers to give maternity benefits for 26 weeks, right? So that was essentially what the bill was saying. Now what this new amendment is doing is that it removes that reference. It removes the reference in the main act, which is the payment of which is the Payment of Gratuity Act, and it also says that from 26 weeks now the government will be able to notify the maximum maternity leave. Notification means that they will not have to pass a law again and again to say whether it's 26 weeks or whether it should be 12 weeks or whether it will be lower. So that is one problematic sort of provision which could have been discussed, but it wasn't. What I'll do is I am going to now leave a link on the comments for you to look at details. I just looked at it, and you can also probably take a look if you are interested and think about this. Yeah, just did that. So take a look at the brief. It's from this wonderful website called PRS Legislative Research. So take a look at it. Again, so this bill was passed without discussion, right? So all of these problematic sort of, even if they were not problematic, even if say my interpretation of this is wrong, probably it might be wrong. Even MPs' interpretations can be wrong, and they're also human who try to work on the fly because they really get less time to look at these bills. Just a second, my phone is making noises. Yeah, so it might be wrong, so the government can correct people who have raised these issues as well, right? But however, that didn't happen. So Lok Sabha is on, and screaming is on. Sthagan Prastav is an adjournment motion. Sthagan Prastav. Again, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister is getting up to speak. probably plead.
आपके द्वारा और एक बार मैं हमारे सभी सांसदों से निवेदन करता हूं, अपने अपने स्थान पर जाए और सदन चलाने दीजिए, क्योंकि हर तरीके के विषय पर हम चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार है। बैंकिंग अव्यवस्था के बारे में, तेलुगु यानी हमारे बाकी विषयों के बारे में भी हम चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार है। जो अविश्वास प्रस्ताव बार बार ला रहे हैं उसके बारे में भी हम चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार है, लेकिन हाउस ऑर्डर में लेके आए, हर विषय के बारे में चर्चा करने के लिए, जवाब देने के लिए मोदी सरकार तैयार है। इतना ही मैं कहना चाहूंगा।
Yeah, same statement that he gave yesterday. So I was thinking yesterday that the TDP is also disrupting the house, but it isn't apparently. It's the AIADMK and TRS which is doing it. So the people who want to discuss it sort of are sitting down, but the people who want to discuss other things are the ones disrupting the house now. I think that is a latest interpretation. Papers being laid on the table. After this, I'm thinking it will adjourn, so we can quickly look at what papers they are laying. Satyapal Singh, yes. Ministry of Water Resources and Rejuvenation.
Mention against my name in today's revised list of business at item number 6 on the table of the House.
Statement, Standing Committee on Railways,
Madam, I beg to lay a statement, Hindi and English versions of the Standing Committee on Railways have listed against my name.
So, what these reports are there are. Oh, good lord.
Madam Speaker, I beg to present.
बात भी नहीं करनी दी थी यार. So, what these reports are basically standing committee reports. What committees do is when a issue is referred to them, doesn't necessarily have to be a bill, but can be a bill. When the issue is referred to them, they discuss it. So there are 31 members in a house, in a committee, both from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, from all parties. So it's like a mini parliament. It's like a mini version of parliament. But the advantage there is that the anti-defection law does not apply, which means that the individual MPs who are in the committee can actually speak their mind. So if say a BJP MP does not agree with policies of his or her own government, so they can say that in the committee, it will go into the report, but in the report no names will be taken. So it's essentially anonymous recommendations. What these reports do is they discuss it in detail. Just a second.
I have, please go to the seat.
Maybe she's talking about the
Notices of motion
no
of no
confidence.
of the Council of Ministers from Sarvasri Tota Narsimhanji and Y.V. Subba Reddy. I am duty bound to bring the notices
Look at that guy.
to the House.
Look at that.
Unless the House is in order, how I will not be in a position to count.
I will not be in a position to count. They are not even showing. Did you see? They are not even showing whether MPs are standing in their place in Lok Sabha. If
Their assigned places.
so, we have to go by what the speaker is saying. She can't count.
Certain I have to count the heads. I am not able. So,
Not able.
whether it has been counted or not, I can't ascertain this. Therefore,
This
I
is so bad.
request you to go to your seat.
Horrible.
I just want to count the heads. I can't see anybody. I can't see anybody.
She can't see anybody. Probably there are placards in front of her face, so maybe she's not able to see it. I mean,
This is not in order.
because
I will not be
looks like there is a lot of people with placards. Probably they are blocking her view.
Chandru Bajra,
She won't be able to count.
please, I am sorry.
I guess. Look at this shit. This is so embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I mean, this is not any way. Oh wow. Okay. So TDP is standing in their place. This is TDP. They're standing in their place, and they are standing in their place. See, they are saying no confidence motion should be taken out. कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. He's wow. Stands adjourned to meet again.
To meet again on Friday, the 23rd March 2018 at 11 a.m.
Okay, so that was it for Lok Sabha. I was just telling you about committees. So what committees do is they give the detailed report, and those reports can be used by MPs during debates to make certain points. If it's a bill, the committee also suggests amendments to the bill if they see any sort of problems with it or any sort of issue that they want the government to give clarification on. The number of bills being sent to standing committee has dropped severely in this term of parliament, and I will just give you the figures there. I have them somewhere, but the whole point being that those are the committee reports which they present in parliament. The papers being laid on the table of the house is essentially them making those reports public so that even you and I can read it. They are on the Lok Sabha website. In the committees section you will find all those reports there. So if you are interested about what things they are talking about, what are they discussing, because that is one place where parliament is actually functioning, right? And one more thing that people have been saying was that no work, no pay, which means if the parliament is not functioning, why are you paying these people? I do not really think that's a good argument to make, because it's like saying that if a few students in the class are creating a ruckus, then everyone in the class should stand in the sun for the rest of the day. I mean, there are some honest people who are genuinely probably finishing up their homework or actually doing something productive, so now they have to stand in the sun and just do nothing. So also about if you think that MPs are actually going to the parliament for their salary and the 2000 rupee allowance that they get on a daily basis, well, that's not necessarily true. Most MPs have like a second source of income which they have in place, so the parliament salary really is not an incentive for them to really make it function. But there are some other incentives. I'm doing a video about that, shooting today actually, and that will be out soon, about how to get rid of parliamentary disruptions, some ideas on how to do it. So I will see you tomorrow again on Sansad Watch, and the tomorrow, guess what, it's a Friday. So Friday is a private members business day, so we are going to have like a ton of fun tomorrow, where I will show you some of the bills which have been introduced in the past, and it's a lot of fun. Private members bills day, Fridays are my favorite thing in parliament. They don't matter at all. They have zero value in the current system, but I think when it has zero value, some really nice gems come out of just generally doing things that people wanted to do, or MPs want to do. Anyway, see you tomorrow at 10:55. Bye.